This next batch of articles, people love when I respond to content creators on their opinions, their takes in gaming. So we have another reaction from world-renowned content creator Ninja talking about Arc Raiders and it being competitive and how he doesn't want to see that happen. But before I respond to this, first and foremost, although I don't think I'm going to say anything negative, first and foremost, I would just like to say I'm responding to the argument, not the person. I don't have a personal issue with this dude. I don't care. I hate I have to say that, but keep in mind we're just talking about what he says, not him as a person. You will know when I don't like a nigga. All right, let's see what he's talking about. Oh shit. Let me turn this off.
Cursor, the second they try to make this game competitive, it would be so bad. I hope there's never tournaments for it. I want them to keep it as casual as possible. The second you start, also there's too much desync for this game to like legitimately be competitive. They better never make this game competitive, dude. Ever. Even like joke tournaments, like Escape from Tarkov has like tournaments and stuff like that. I don't know how they work, but like the second you start throwing money in this game, people can start competing. You're gonna just get the. I mean, it just encourages people to literally min-max to become the best at this game, and it greatly increases. It rapidly increases how quickly people get good at games when you start throwing tournaments. That's what happened to Fortnite.
And you know what? I agree with him. I don't have like a crazy take on this. Some people tagged me in this one. They wanted to see me respond to this one. My take on this is I agree with him. To take it a step further, if you don't know my stance on esports, yeah, he gave a good take on this one. My stance on esports, it's ruined gaming, and for no reason. My stance has always been, when it comes to esports, I'm okay with it if an economy is built around it. But the problem is there was no moat built around esports. It is a dying thing that hardly anybody supports or cares about except for the biggest weebs on earth. The average person just doesn't want to sit and watch other people competitively play video games outside of maybe fighting video games. It's big in like, you know, Asian countries, but here in the West, it just hasn't taken off. There's so much money to be invested. And I think it's ruined gaming in the West because now everybody's trying to be MLG. And for what? There's no money. There's no sustainability. It's not creating any type of jobs. So now what we have is an era of gamers who are just sweating their ass off. Like these niggas are sitting like this close to their fucking monitor, bro. Like, this is how people play. That shit is so weird. And like, there have been studies that have shown the closer you sit to your monitor, the faster your response time is. But I'm like, bro, you're like 18 sitting in your fucking monitor going, that's just gonna make you go blind. All that damn blue light in your damn retina, nigga. Calm down. And for what? Like I said, it ain't created no jobs. Every esports team has collapsed. And the reason being is because what esports lacks is storytelling. And I've been said this shit, man. And a good example of this is with the Cleveland Browns, right? For those unaware, I don't care about football. Never have, never will. But like, even I'm somewhat invested in this NFL season because I'm invested in Shador Sanders' story, the narrative of how the team is doing him dirty. So now I'm rooting for him. I've been I'm never rooting for Cleveland. Let's get something. Don't ever put that on my fucking body. Fuck the season of Cleveland, bro. But them trying to ruin his career checks out. It's fucking Cleveland, bro. So like, I'm rooting for Shador. They got me tuning in to fucking Brown. At all the NFLs on the team, the NFL teams on earth, they got me tuning in to fucking Browns games simply because I'm rooting for Shador because of the storyline. And that's why I said, with the exception in the West being fighting games, and that's because usually fighting games have good storylines. So I tap in. Evo, I watch Evo every year. Me and my girl was laying in the bed watching Evo. That shit is fun to watch because there's great storylines with rivalries, different characters. You got your heels, like your villains inside of the universe of the FGC. But traditional esports like the Call of Duty players, I don't want to watch that shit, man. Yeah, you got LTG. He's great, bro. It's fucking great. But regular esports, everybody's trying to turn everything into being pro, and it's like, yo, I miss the era of Christmas news, bro. That shit don't even exist anymore. We don't have that era when the game come out in the first 3 months, people just have fun with it. And then eventually a meta is established because over time people figure things out. Within the first week, YouTube videos are dropping. Best gun setup. Best this, that, and the third. Like, bro, are you having fun? And this is why you have so many takes on social media of these dumbass content creators. I'm not talking about Ninja. But y'all know what I'm talking about. These COD content creators who can't wrap their brain around the idea of people who play Battlefield just play it for fun. I'm not grinding for a skin. I'm not trying to go pro. I just want to get on the game, repair a tank, blow up a building, and say, oh shit, that was crazy. Get some dubs in RedSec because that's fucking fun. I cannot stress this enough. The entire reason we play games, guys, is for fun. And it blows my mind that we've reached a point where a lot of people don't understand that. So I agree with this. I do not want to see this shit. Arc Raiders is not a game that's supposed to be competitive. Get on, have some fun, and get the fuck off, bro. The best part about Arc Raiders is the interactions you have with people. But man, like, yeah, some of y'all are ruining your mental health over a video game that you don't make no money for. So what are you doing it for? For the love of it, I guess, bro. I guess. I don't know, man. It blows my mind. It blows my mind that people will be like, I ain't playing no Souls game. That shit too hard. I don't play games to be stressed out. But then you hop on Call of Duty, niggas is running on walls and shit. What the fuck are you talking about? You are stressed out. Be honest. Be honest about why you won't try other games that are hard. You prefer the stress that's familiar versus the stress that's not. That's what it is. You keep going back to your ex. That's all it is, bro. A toxic relationship. I met some people day one and they were mad chill. Don't need to come. As long as I get a few wins in here and there, I'm cool. But like, I don't need to be the best person in the world. These lame ass streamers are ruining gaming, bro. The ball and gun brigade. The ball and gun brigade. I'm not gonna put streamers are not ruining the gaming community. I'm not gonna put that 100% on them. But I what I will, because like I think the average streamer is a gamer if you're paying attention on Twitch. I think the problem is a lot of the larger streamers, if you want to be more specific, a lot of them are ball and gun gamers with terrible takes. This one was okay. But I think the average streamer, if you pay attention to other people like smaller stream, they play a lot of different games because you got your cozy streamers, you got your RPG streamers, you got people out there doing no hit runs on games and stuff. Like you got hardcore streamers. Is just for some reason they don't get the support. For some reason, people would rather support a fucking pedophile like Mr. Dr. Disrespect, like I was talking about earlier. I seen this nigga on my timeline and people was responding to him like nothing happened. This nigga, I'm reading this shit. I'm like, do these people know he's a fucking pedophile? We just supposed to get over it because it was 6 months ago? Nigga, you touch children, bro. What the fuck are we talking about? This nigga touched children and he got a wife. Like, hey, he got children. Like, what are we talking about, bro? Yeah, and then he's a 45, 6'2" a 45-year-old who's 6'2" and wears wigs. The only other nigga on earth who's 6'2" and wears wigs is Ronnie 2K, and fuck him too. I don't know what it is about 6 foot niggas with wigs, but something is off about all you niggas, bro. All you niggas is weird. He said we need that 30 for 30 Dr. Disrespect. Shit. So yeah, I let the game be fun. You know, shout out to the Arc Raiders community. They're enjoying the game. Enjoy the game. Stop trying to make everything competitive. Everything doesn't need to be competitive because the reality is, even if it was, only the 1% are ever going to the league. Most of y'all are not going to the league. Do not ruin a hobby that's supposed to be around fun, knowing damn well most of you ain't gonna make it to the league. A league that's not gonna last. Shout out to Jonathan with the super chat. Remember when old COD released? We played the game to have fun. We didn't care about the camos. Motherfuckers always talking about we need a reason to play. Nah, facts. But you know, to be fair, I think the reason why some of them complain and bitch about why they need a camo or something to grind for in Call of Duty, it's because, and I'm actually writing a video about Call of Duty. I think it's because Call of Duty has lost some of that essence, some of that sauce. And one of the things I could think of off the top of my head that I feel like Call of Duty is missing compared to the old ones, I feel like it's too focused on gimmicks and unlocking stuff versus things that are genuinely just cool about the game. Like, y'all remember in Modern Warfare 2, that one rooftop map with the scaffold, and you could climb one of the buildings with your 50 cal. Was it high rise? Like, I feel like Call of Duty maps are missing that now. Like those little Easter eggs and style. Let me see. Let me look it up. Was it high rise? Fire map, classic map, high rise pod. Yeah, this map right here. Like, you remember it was this building right here. You could, if you knew how, you could walk on the ledge and then climb up and get on the top of the building. And if you had a 50 cal sniper rifle, you would go fucking crazy. I feel like Call of Duty maps don't have that anymore. Just like those cool little Easter eggs where if you know, you know. And then also, to be fair, even if you do know, I feel like the internet's gonna ruin it because within a week somebody's gonna upload a video and shit. Yeah, I feel like Call of Duty's missing that sauce. Specifically, I'm writing a video about like the story and what made the stories in Call of Duty much better in comparison to today. But like this is an example from the multiplayer. I think that's COD's biggest issue. It's lacking that sauce, that oomph, that passion that the previous games had versus today. They just putting goofy shit in it. This quote says it all. What's this right here? Let's see. That's great. If you enjoyed this, perhaps you might also enjoy having keys jangled in your face like a fucking baby. This new weapon inspect for COD Black Ops 7 is insane. 15 years later, we're still on fucking hijack. Shout out to Watts with the big raid. Appreciate it. Yeah, look at this. It's a gimmick. We're still playing on the same maps and doing gimmicks. What the fuck is this, man? This nigga doing bibbity bobbity boo on hijack. What is this? Majin Call of Duty? Got bibbity magic and shit. And they gassing this shit, bruh. That's because most of the OGs that worked on Call of Duty went to Respawn. Nah, facts. And that's why Respawn's one of the GOATs. A lot of people don't know it's the B team that's been making Call of Duty for the last 15 years, bro. The real GOATs left and made Star Wars. Who's even buying this? I mean, according to reports, not a lot of people because the sales ain't been good. So shout out to Ninja. I agree. Let Arc Raiders be for Arc Raiders fans that have fun, but it doesn't need to be an esport. And even if it did become an esport, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it'll last. If Overwatch can't last, Arc Raiders ain't fucking last. I don't think the game has enough depth for it to last. Because that's another problem with video games and esports. With the NBA, NFL, MLB, you know what you're getting every year, but the problem with gaming is gamers are so fickle. They have such short attention spans. Every month there's a new game coming out, and it's easy for your game could be the greatest game on earth. And if it's not named GTA 6, it's going to die tomorrow because another big game is coming out and everybody wants to be a content creator or everybody wants to be part of the conversation because FOMO and the internet, and people are going to run to the next game, spend money on that, and now they got to play it. And now your game is dead. So like it's hard for a game to maintain its space in the esports realm simply because there's just more content than ever. Esports is actually a great example of how gaming is not dead, and people who don't play games keep saying it's dead. One of the reasons why esports doesn't work is because there's constantly new products coming out. In order for a sport to be professional, it has to have a set of rules, and you have to enforce those rules, and you can update them every once in a while, but like you can't change them every fucking year. The only esport that was entertaining was Halo. I wouldn't even watch that shit, man. I don't care. I'm not watching anybody who doesn't wash their ass play anything competitive because I don't respect you. You got time to sit on the game for 18, because I watched documentaries about this shit. They be practicing 15 to 18 hours a day and shit, just be sitting there, heart just pumping out their fucking chest because they all four locos and shit, bro. I don't respect nobody who wears a diaper and plays a video game all day. Don't got no time to wash their ass just to go to a tournament and lose. Because friendly reminder, the average pro gamer is a loser. By definition, if you tomorrow go to your locals, you are a pro gamer. Pro gaming has nothing to do with whether or not you win. It's whether or not you compete on the pro circuit. So, like, I mean, every Evo, you'll see niggas posting tweets, man. All I can afford is a Spirit flight and a Motel 8. Niggas be getting Spirit flights in the back of the plane with a fucking helmet where they got to stand up. They don't even get a chair. They got to stand on the Spirit flight with a fucking helmet on, hoping they make it. They drop you off like PUBG with a parachute and shit. Where we dropping, boys? They drop your ass into Las Vegas. You stay at the Motel 8 outside the city in the desert with the coyotes and the hookers and shit, just to drown in pools. Now you down $3,000. These niggas is losers, bruh. They're losers. And that's why last year or 2 years ago, when I tried to host a Tekken 7 tournament, I had a $3,000 prize pool. It was the same weekend as Combo Breaker, which for those unaware is the second biggest FGC tournament behind Evo. Niggas was talking about, oh, I'm canceling my flight. I'm not going to Combo Breaker. I'm finna do this community tournament with this dude because apparently I was able to raise more money than Combo Breaker. I put up 3 racks of my own fucking money. Like, what are we talking about here? You broke ass niggas. That's why I don't respect none of y'all niggas, man. I don't respect none of y'all niggas, man. You said, man, what? That was a crazy drama. I had to cancel the tournament and make it, and then because I thought it was clear it's for our community. Niggas from the FGC was trying to come in and rob people and shit. Oh, it's about to be easy money. I'm about to hit a lick, bro. I canceled that shit and made it so only people in the Discord could be in that shit, bro. Then niggas was making videos about me, whatever, bro. You could be mad at me. You don't watch me anyway. I'm not finna piss off my community because you ain't finna get an easy lick in, bro. Yeah, go ahead and book that Spirit flight with the helmet, nigga. Bye. Yo, shout out to your boy Chef with the sub. You niggas are broken, dusty, and you don't wash your ass. But you want me to respect that shit. I'm an esports gamer. Go to hell. Next article. And I mean that shit too. You go to fucking hell. I do not care, bruh. You niggas can all go to hell. 9 circles. Yeah, use some soap. How about that? Ubisoft Splinter Cell remake gets another new game director, but it's the original director returning. Is it that deep? It is. It is. It is that deep. Matter of fact, any nigga who say washing your ass that deep. If you add you, all right, bro. All right, I'm about to get your. Hey, drop 5 subs in the chat to apologize because I don't like that shit. You say, is it that deep? Yes. Wash your ass. Do you know the reason that Europe suffered hundreds of years of the bubonic plague, the Black Plague, is because them Eurocentric motherfuckers did not wash their ass. So Africans, the Moors, had to come over to Europe and teach them, hey, soap, warm water, up your bunghole. And we saved Europe. So yes, it is that deep. Because you FGC niggas, you esports Call of Duty players, you League of Legends losers, or you might bring back the bubonic plague. Let's not act like we didn't just have our own bubonic plague. Did we forget COVID was in 2020? I know it was 5 years ago. But one of the reasons why COVID spread rapidly is because y'all didn't do no fucking washing your hands and separating. The government said, y'all niggas need to wash y'all ass. Man, I hate this shit, bro. Fuck this mad shit, bro. I hate this, bro. Why I gotta do that shit? What? Articles coming out, people don't wash their legs and shit like that. Yeah, y'all know it is that deep, bro. Washing your ass is important. And I'm always gonna be that shit. I know this is a gaming stream, but I'm always gonna preach that shit, bro. That's why a lot of y'all don't get no fucking pussy, bro. No sex before marriage, but y'all don't wash y'all ass, y'all don't wear no cologne, your beard dusty, don't got no haircut, and be watching podcasts talking about, oh, women are the problem. Nigga, you're the problem. I don't want to hear that shit, bro. Get the fuck off Sparking Zero. That game is not gonna have a pro circuit. That game's going to hell too. So yes, it is that deep. That's another statement we need to quote. We need to retire. It's not that deep. It is that deep, bro. It is that deep. Don't ever ask me about washing ass. No deodorant either. Right. Have you been to a convention? They hand out deodorant. There is a reason for that. I remember the last convention I was at, it was a long time ago. There was a dude sitting in front of me, sitting crisscross applesauce type shit. Nigga had his hoodie on, hair was mad mangy and just dirty, hanging over his face, and he was playing his 3DS. And he stunk. Like I could smell him. And in my head, I'm thinking, how do you have time to charge your 3DS? This nigga was playing Pokemon or something. How you got time to charge? A nigga got time to charge his 3DS, but you didn't have time to charge up the water, to get it warm, put some soap in a loofah, an African sponge or something, and wash your ass before you came here. Mind you, the doors to the convention didn't open till like 10 a.m. You had from like 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. to wash your ass. And this nigga said, I'm finna roll out of bed and put my 3DS on the charger. Go to hell. Go to hell. You got niggas with platforms who got millions and hundreds of thousands of fucking viewers. Them niggas live with rats and roaches and shit. Talking about politics and what's going on in the outside world. How would you know? You don't even go outside. You say, is it that deep? Yes, because people are watching and they're influenced by that shit. Not on my watch. They might have I'm very passionate about smelling good. But anyways, my coworkers at the lunch table in the circle playing Nintendo Switch, whole Caffrey be stink. It's actually insane how some people can go out in public damn near. Not everybody was raised the same, and you got to keep that in mind. But it is that deep, bro. It is that deep. When you don't wash your hands, you spreading the plague, bro. You niggas not gonna get me. I know that much. You niggas not gonna get me. Talk about this Splinter Cell, man. I'm off my soapbox, bro. Ubisoft Splinter Cell remake has landed itself a new game director, and it's a name you may recognize. David Grivell, who left the studio and therefore the Splinter Cell remake back in 2022 to set off on a new adventure, has rejoined the project once again. Sharing the news on his LinkedIn, he wrote, "I'm very happy to announce that I'm rejoining Ubisoft Toronto as the game director on the Splinter Cell remake." The developer added this was a very special team project to him with an accompanying pink love heart emoji. During this initial stint at Ubisoft, Greville worked on the likes of Far Cry and the Assassin's Creed series. Following his departure from the company 3 years ago, Greville then moved to EA's Ridgeline Games to work on Battlefield 6. However, Ridgeline was shut down in 2024. I can't pronounce that shit. So I mean, the only reason I covered this is it's still being made, because I know some people were asking about it. It's still being made, but I mean, until I see it, I don't believe it. It's good they got the original director on it, so maybe he'll steer the ship in the right direction. And I mean, Battlefield 6 was good too, so he helped with that. Apologize for the late batch. The holidays whipping my ass. You straight, bro. You straight. But yeah, that's some news on it. Is that Splinter Cell show good? I heard it is. I haven't watched it yet. I don't trust it still. Yeah, I feel that. You gotta get a trailer. What about this though? Liza P finally gets Elden Ring style co-op, and I'm heading straight back to Krot to replay my favorite Souls-like. Let's see. Liza P was the first Souls-like game I ever loved. I've dabbed. We don't care about your opinion. Over the past few years, we've seen modder Yui add seamless co-op to Elden Ring and Dark Souls Remaster, with the Dark Souls 2 version also in the works. Following in their footsteps, the Emberwave team has developed its own co-op mod for Liza P, and while it's still in the early stages, you'll be able to take on the game's bosses with your pals. This is why the Steam Machine could be a big deal, because people who wanted to get into modding on PC, you'll be able to experience things like this. Liza P now has seamless co-op.
Hello everyone, my name is Baneberry and I am the Community Manager and Project Supervisor over at Emberwave. Together with the developers DRK and
This shit like, put this shit in 1080p.
Silence, we are building a multiplayer mod for Lies of P. Now, as a disclaimer, this is a community mod, as in, we have nothing to do with the studios that made the game. Today we want to
Please tell me you scaled the bosses though.
share with you progress of the mod's development, the phase we're in, and our next steps, and what we have already developed. We'll also answer some frequently asked questions that we've received over the course of making this. Our plan is to first release a closed alpha. To find out how to participate, join our Discord server through the link in the description or right here. It's important to note that the mod will be free and open to everyone once it is finalized and officially released.
That's what we like to hear.
The purpose of the alpha is to collect feedback and fix any bugs or crashes before the final launch. That's why access will be limited initially. We plan to include battles against main bosses and mini bosses for the alpha. In the first week of the closed alpha, 3 fights will be available. As we identify and resolve issues, we will gradually unlock more boss fights.
Why are my team showing more transparency than some of these AAA studios? That's crazy.
Once we are confident the experience is stable and fun, we'll move on to the final stage of the alpha, releasing the complete game from beginning to end. Again, we will collect feedback and fix errors. As soon as everything is ready, we will make the open release of the mod to the community. To enhance the user experience, we have already developed 2 important features: a health bar for connected players, as shown, and a death cam that allows you to watch the remaining players until they die or kill the boss.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wish like all Souls games had co-op in it, as long as it's like optional and like it scales the difficulty. So if you play co-op, it makes the game harder. I wish every game had, like, I'm not gonna lie, we need more games with co-op, period. Co-op is just great. Co-op is just great. Put it in the fucking game, man.
This is very similar to how Elden Ring Seamless Co-op does it. That is by design. This is what we want to model our mod after. We are at...
Everything's just better with friends. They testing with Night Rain. Do you think that's what Night Rain is? Because, what is it? The one that's coming to the Switch 2, that's a PvPvE game. That's something different. That's more like multiplayer. But maybe for like Elden Ring 2 or Sekiro 2 or something, or whatever the next one is, maybe that's what they could do a full blown. I would like to see From Software do a full blown co-op game.
Start smoothly and without too many issues. It is already possible to have complete boss fights without problems or desynchronizations affecting gameplay.
The Neo series got co-op, and that's why I'm excited for Neo 3.
Well, but we still need to synchronize story-related elements, such as decisions and quests. We will focus on that after the completion of the first stage of the closed alpha. Now, let's move on to the most common questions that we've received on a weekly basis. Question number 1. Will mechanics be affected by ping or connection delay? For PvE, no. The way we are developing the mod ensures that the...
Wait, PvE? Are they adding PvP? Is that what they're saying?
...manage a perfect parry. This is decided by each player's game instance, whether they're the host or the client. Thus, the connection does not impact timing-dependent mechanics. How will the game be balanced? We will have the option to scale NPC's health and damage by a fixed or gradual value, depending on the number of connected players. This will be customizable, with the default value based off of feedback from the closed alpha, but you will be able to adjust it as you prefer. How
That's nice.
can connect in the lobby. We tested with up to 4 players and everything went well.
What?
However, we plan to test for more players in a future stage. In the closed
Bro, 10 Pinocchios running around would be crazy, but 4-player co-op is crazy.
alpha, we will start with 2 players and then open up to 4.
I feel like co-op is good too, because it'll help for people who are interested in Souls games, but they're too scared to jump in by themselves. If they just add co-op to everyone, that's cool, because then you could teach people how to play. And then eventually they can spread their own wings. What up, Jamerson?
How will connecting to the game work? Since Lies of P does not have a native multiplayer base, the connection...
Because from my personal experience, a lot of times people don't actually hate games. They just don't know how to play them. And a lot of people, when they lack confidence in something, they're quick to quit something, and then they'll call it trash. Just from my personal experience. Doesn't mean it's true for everybody else, but that's what I see a lot of times. They don't really dislike something. They don't have the patience to learn it. Like, sometimes they need a helping hand.
We will create a tutorial for this. You can use tools like Radmin or host the server.
Some people don't have friends.
Will the mod
What do you want me to do, nigga? Go outside. If you don't have a friend, you don't need to be in my chat. I'm gonna be honest.
Our focus is solely on PvE, aimed at co-op.
In an era where we are more connected than ever, I don't want to hear that shit, bro. Hop into Discord and make a friend.
Now, PvP is not off the table, but it is not a priority at this moment. How does the mod interact with existing saves? We will make a copy of the host save and send it to all other players. This way, everyone will be in the same world as the host and will respawn near them.
I'm here for the 24-hour stream. Shut the fuck up. Shut up, people don't have friends. What you want me to do, nigga? Like, what?
We are very excited.
That's a fucking choice. I don't want to hear that shit.
To share the mod with you. If you want to participate in the closed alpha or follow the development, join us at our Discord.
If y'all hit y'all local card shop and hang out with some fucking nerds or something.
We'll see you in the next update video.
There you have it. It is coming. When is the alpha supposed to happen? I don't see nothing. There's a full FAQ here. Oh, it's gonna be on Nexus mod. If anybody's interested in the co-op mod, here you go. I'm gonna drop it in here to keep up with it. You gonna try Outer Worlds 2? Nah, I'm passing on that one. I dropped it in there. Yeah, join the GI Discord. There's always people in there to play with, bruh.
Super chat my ear off.
Wash your ass and make some friends.
Little girl.
I at souls likes so having someone like
Why the bot read it like that? Ooh, ooh, oh.
learn how to play while playing sounds interesting and fun.
I suck at Souls games, like, so having someone like my cousin or boyfriend to help me learn how to play with sound. See, there's somebody right there. That's what I said. Like, co-op, I feel like every game should have co-op. It is great as long as it makes sense. You don't want to force it, but as long as it makes sense. I think it's beneficial. I deadass made a friend just standing in line at the Leon Thomas concert. Facts. Can't be scared to talk to people, bro. Yeah, I talked about the RAM stuff earlier. I did. I heard the YouTube chat don't play games. Nigga, you in the YouTube chat? You talking about yourself? Disney's possible new CEO wants to do more with gaming. A new report has shed more light on the CEO's succession plans at Disney, with a story from the Wall Street Journal saying leading candidate Josh D'Amaro wants to focus more on gaming. The same report also suggested that EA's CEO Andrew Wilson is not going to get the job. It was previously reported. Oh, thank God. I didn't even know he was up for that. What the fuck? Andrew Wilson at Disney? The guy who just got paid a $30 million bonus at fucking EA? He would have made Disney even worse. Microtransactions inside of fucking Disney Plus. It was previously reported that Disney's board considered external candidates to take over for Bob Iger, including Wilson, but the new report says Disney's likely to choose an internal candidate. Wilson, for his part, is staying on with EA amidst the company's $55 billion sale. The new Disney CEO could be D'Amaro, who's currently the current head of Disney Experiences, a sprawling unit that covers theme parks, consumer products, cruise ships, and video games. The Wall Street Journal report says D'Amaro, who is currently considered to be named the next CEO, wants to give video games a bigger role at the company. The report says D'Amaro is also looking to integrate gaming technology into Disney's creative processes. No further details were divulged. Let me tell you something, man. He's seen that Marvel Rivals money type shit. Let me tell you something. If you get the job, buddy, and you do want to double down on gaming, all I ask is, because Disney has some of the best IPs in the world, all I ask is, you know, go deep into your bag, okay? we got enough Spider-Man video games, okay? What's going on with the Black Panther game, okay? If you're gonna do Star Wars, which we know you are, can we do something that's different? We seen enough Jedi Sith shit, okay? Can we get something going on some other different planet of type shit? I don't know. The point is, yeah, can we get a Captain America game or some shit, bruh? Tell them to drop Kingdom Hearts 4. Well, Kingdom Hearts is made by Square Enix in collaboration with Disney, but that's primarily a Kingdom Hearts, a Square Enix game. Go deep into your bag. That's all I ask. I don't want to see the same shit over and over. Doctor Strange would be nice. I'd take, yeah, Mandalorian game would be fucking fire. Especially because there was a Bounty Hunter game on GameCube and PlayStation 2. Just do not do a Disney version of Smash Bros. And let it be what it is, too. Don't Disneyfy shit. That's been a problem with a lot of their products. Battlefront 3. Ooh, that's possible. That is possible. We could get a Battlefront 3. That is possible. I'm curious if they ever did Battlefront 3, would they stick the landing? I know they fixed the game, but by the time they fixed the second game, like, the game was kind of dead. It just has its core audience. I wonder if they would stick the landing with 3, especially after Battlefield 6. Why not take a shot with Battlefield 3? Medal of Honor? What are you talking about, dude? Medal of Honor? What? Talking about Disney, dude. A Disney Smash game? Do we want that? I feel like there's been so many Smash clones and none of them succeed. I don't know if Disney has the grit to really pull that off, man, especially after Multiverses failed. I don't know if I want that. Token exists. Oh yeah, Marvel Token, yeah. But he's talking about like a Smash clone. I don't know if anybody can pull that. I don't know, like nobody's able to just replicate that Smash formula for some reason. Is it possible to get an Old Republic remaster? Well, they're already remaking that, right? The KOTOR remake. There was an article I covered the other day. They're still making it. It's just I don't know what's going on with the timeline. It's in development hell, which is never a good sign. A new Star Killer game. Do that. We could do that. Just all I ask is, let's do something different. And then last but not least, I got a couple rumors off the Reddit, the Gaming Leaks rumors. Big Star Wars game announcements coming very soon, according to this Twitter post. A big Star Wars game announcement is coming very soon. And just to be clear, this announcement has nothing to do with Star Wars Zero Company or Eclipse. Maybe it's that KOTOR remake he was talking about. Maybe we'll finally get to see it. Maybe an Ahsoka video game. I don't know. Oh, Star Wars Battlefront 3. Does this guarantee? No, because it's Reddit. But, remember where you heard it here first. If they do announce a new Star Wars game, Outlaws 2. All right. I can't believe that Disney gave the Star Wars license. Can we talk about that? Yeah, you might get banned, nigga. I can't believe Disney gave the Star Wars license away to Ubisoft. Like, that's one of those moments where I'm like, are you guys poor? Like, Disney, do you need some money? Why? What are you doing? Why would, out of all the goddamn company, you couldn't give it to Insomniac, Respawn, CD Projekt Red. You gave it to fucking Rockstar. You gave it to Ubisoft. You gave it to Star Wars to Ubisoft. That's how I know that the suits are not in tune with the gaming company, because I'm going to do my research and see which companies are making the best games out here. Like, imagine a Star Wars game made by Platinum Games. Star Killer, Platinum Games. That shit would be fucking fire, bruh. You thought Force Unleashed was crazy? Imagine Star Killer with a or Ninja Gaiden meets fucking Star Killer. A proper combo system with force powers and shit. Oh, that shit. And that's how you can make them canon too. Make Force Unleashed 3 like, or reboot it and make it like Ninja Gaiden, where you're powerful, but you're not undefeatable. That's how you make him, because the original games, he was just too godlike. Yeah, you can't have him moving planets, but we can still make him a badass, bruh. Yeah, they scared of money, man. They scared of money. Just some food for thought. And then last but not least, for everybody who likes to play dress up, a new Sims project is rumored to be in the works. The Sims Project X is not a straight up TS4 remake. The Sims Project Reen is being split. What the fuck does any of this mean? The Sims Project Reen was going to be sort of a multi-game experience based on multiplayer style games a classic Sims experience and other game modes that would coexist with the classic Sims 4. The plan is dead. Instead, they've been cut into pieces, and the single player mode is going to be straight up sold as Sims 4 successor. Is that what the TS4 stands for? So Sims 5. Who dropped the super chat? My bad. Big booty, big booty. Shout out to Divine with the super chat. What's your favorite Souls game or Souls like? Elden Ring. Come on, guys. Elden Ring. I know that's a basic bitch answer, but that's what I like. What's up with the blatant greed versus creativity? I hate to break it to you, but I feel like we as the consumer play a role in that, right? It's our job as consumers to be good consumers. It's the corporation's job to make as much money as possible. And it's our job to make sure that they earn our dollar. And I feel like we as consumers, maybe not you and I, maybe not anybody in this chat, but your friends, definitely your friends on Xbox Live, your friends on Steam, your friends on PlayStation, they have not been doing their part as consumers. They just buy Call of Duty every year blindly. And that's why I think a main reason why we're in this, we are not doing our job is, and even on like a grander level, niggas don't vote. Niggas is unemployed. Now you asking them to vote with their wallet? Niggas don't even got a job. They're gonna tell you that shit is stupid. They don't believe in group economics. So like, as easy as it is to blame the corporations, I feel like we got to do our part as consumers too. That's why I always try to preach that shit on the stream. I know it might get redundant sometimes, but you gotta keep in mind, if you're just because you're a regular in the stream doesn't mean there's not somebody lurking right now that's never seen me before, and I can plant a seed in their head. That's what I try to do my part, you know, one at a time. And niggas stink, bro. One thing I don't care for is Souls-like games. Like 99% of the time, the NPCs just try to kill you. Yeah, everything's trying to kill you, and you overcoming it. You know, sometimes I always think it isn't just a corporate problem, but also a consumer problem. Yeah, I can't speak for other countries, but in the United States, we have a serious consumer problem. An example, you said, whoa, watch out with politics. An example recently is the Switch 2. You see how fast the internet moves? People don't even talk about how much they hate the Switch 2. When the Switch 2 was about to come out and they did that Nintendo Direct, the fucking Minish Cap Mafia, the Hyrule Horn Dogs, they were saying, oh, we're not going to buy the Switch 2. It's too expensive. The games, they're fucking too much. There's not enough games on it as well. Like, I just don't see I think I'm going to wait. The Switch 2 became the fastest selling Nintendo console of all time. 3 million units in the first month. Y'all should be fucking ashamed. And I think they passed like 5 too already. Oh, another example too. Yeah, the Apple Sock. Somebody in the chat said the Apple Sock. Fuck the gaming. Y'all remember that Apple Sock? What's that shit called? Apple, iPhone. What's that thing called? Carrying bag. The iPhone Pocket. Shout out to Said. If you haven't seen this, iPhone announced a sock. You could put your phone inside this sock and carry your iPhone. This shit costs $150. The internet clowned this shit, right? Clown the fuck out of it on Twitter. Do y'all know they sold out on pre-orders? And that's why I said it may not be me. It may not be you, but your friends are doing it. And at some point, we got to start questioning, like, bro, did you really need that, nigga? You bought a sock for your iPhone. Why didn't you just cut a hole in the sock and put your iPhone in there? Why did you pay $150 for that shit? You said, wait, it sold out? The pre-order sold out? So yes, that's why I'm always going to preach. It's unfortunate that the corporations are trying to nickel and dime us for everything that we're worth. But to be fair, that is their job, to try to get as much money as possible to appease their shareholders. And it is our job as consumers to make educated purchases and value our dollar. But right now, we don't value our dollar right now. I think a lot of people are just buying things to escape reality because the world isn't in the best state right now. So a lot of people are using retail therapy as a way to get away, which, you know, it's better than doing drugs, like hardcore drugs, I guess. But it does have long-term ramifications, man. Is why education is important. What you do does affect me and vice versa. And I wish people would realize that shit. That being said, my dog keeps hitting me because he's hungry. So I need to get up, feed my dog. I'm going to use the bathroom. and then we're gonna get on the game, man.